Have come against the Sacramento Kings, 25 in one game this year.
Shot clock is at 8 for Garnett.
Perform.
And Bibby's got to perform for Sacramento, but he turns it over right there. Here comes Garnett. Kings back on defense. Sam Cassell.
That does the better jobs in those areas tonight will win.
Urban Johnson is on Quaddy Divac. And the 36-year-old center for the Kings puts Sacramento on the board. 37% is Stojakovic in this series against Minnesota. Ball rotation to Hassel and across the lane and out to Kevin Garnett. Garnett looks sharp. He has started 2 of 3.
They're not a big three-point shooting team. 10 during the regular season, over 17. They've got to get to the line more.
And they're going up against the #1 3-point shooting team in the regular season. Some dancing by Weber, counted for 2. One of a drought for the Sacramento Kings from the field.
Well, good footwork here by Chris Weber, and he has to use shot fakes. Kevin Garnett is a shot blocker. Chris Weber does not have great lift, something on his right calf, so his legs are not right at this moment. Defense loves to get down there, shoot this little fading jump shot. Looks much better on that shot. Looked like he had more lift than we've seen here early in the game.
By Sam Cassell. Sacramento is 2 of 10 shooting tonight. Garnett. On Stojakovic. One of the big adjustments Minnesota made in this series, putting Sprewell on Bibby and Christie for 3.
Again, the penetration to help seal the deal here for Sacramento.
His shooting statistics aren't very good, Christie's, but his numbers, his production is. Hassel with the later right to Stojakovic. A lot of defensive hustle and energy with Madsen.
Well, they got to keep him off the offensive boards. That's what he does best.
Sprewell, Hassel with the offensive rebound.
Hustle plays. Second shot. Exactly what he didn't want to have happen. His team dig a hole here in the first period.
Sacramento 4 of 12. Chris Weber. How do you see Weber fitting into tonight in the context of this offense and the severity of this game?
He's a catch-and-shoot player now, so he's going to depend so much on guys getting him open shots in rhythm.
And Cassell continues his hot streak, 4 of 6. We just saw Rodney Buford set to check in. Minnesota's on a 10-4 run. Weber against Garnett.
See, Kevin, one of the things when you're caught up, a couple elbows, Peter throws one to the head and suspended for 2 games. Stojakovic unloads a 3, so they have fought this.
And Kevin Garnett has started like the MVP that he is.
Well, we talked about being his all-round game. You see the pass. He gets in the lane. He finds the open shooter. Backs down Chris Weber. This was his first shot of the game that he knocked in. His rebounding. And then his steals, his defense. He's filling up the stat sheet, stepping out, shooting the jump shots. It's his all-round brilliance that has made him the MVP. First quarter.
Stojakovic with an offensive rebound and a dish to Christie inside. Garnett knocking it away and finally taking it out of the air. A 4-on-1. And Sprewell can't catch up with the pass.
Well, Sprewell tried to do something before he caught the basketball. It looked like he was looking back. But look at Garnett. He just sort of bluffs at the shot block there. And then he goes up and catches the ball out of the air. Watch him go up.
Kevin's got a couple of assists. Sprewell for 3. Buford defended. The slot normally held for Anthony Peeler on that end. And the Timberwolves have their biggest lead tonight.
Got to move the basketball. Tonight it's stuck on one side of the floor.
Serbiak. And tapped out, and Serbiak gets it on the volleyball. Timberwolves 2 of 7 from the field in this quarter. And Serbiak has given Minnesota in the lower part of his back in the Denver series. Sam Cassell. A Serbiak offensive rebound, keeping it alive with a corkscrew move.
Contested. Every shot that Sacramento shoots now is a contested shot.
Here's Weber back out on the floor. 7 minutes for Sacramento without a field goal until that one nailed by Mike Bibby, his first hit.
He had good post position, and he fouled. But this is what he's given them. Nice little energy and lift off the bench. He has 6 points. Flip Saunders said he had a great practice yesterday.
And now Garnett goes against Bibby. And Buford wide open for 3. And a good offensive rebound by Miller and a 3 by Bibby. And that goes in, and he is now hit 2 in a row.
Line except for 2 made free throws. So right now they're being out hustled.
Doug Christie is back in, and Weber is wide open. Rebounds in the game for Minnesota, and the Timberwolves are +8 in rebounding tonight. Sprewell has 5 points. Only one player in this game in double figures. That's Sam Cassell's 11 points. Brad Miller, more bench points. It's a 2. He's got 3 for the game.
The whole thing is keep Bibby out of the lane. Well, when he gets in the lane, watch what happens. Madsen steps in to help, and look who's wide open. Brad Miller. That's the shot we talked about.
Weber. Stojakovic. Deflected with the shot clock at 5 for Doug Christie around Kevin Garnett. That was a hard shot.
And has only 3 assists that kept him out of the lane. And then Wally Szczerbiak, as Kenny Smith talked about, has been the wild card here tonight. He feels good. He's another offensive threat they have on the floor. Mike Bibby now cannot go off and start making shots.
So you've seen our Chrysler game summary, and here we go, beginning the second half. Bibby, Stojakovic with Hasselwood with the defense, and a big way to start for the Sacramento Kings.
And I don't think Sacramento's been doing a good job screening. Their big men have to go down and headhunt and free him open for shots.
Kings have hit 4 threes, and Sprewell answers at the other end with 2. Garnett is on Weber. Hassel with Johnson, Cassell out there. And Sprewell, the Minnesota 5, and 2 more for the Kings. And inside, it's Weber, who is 5 of 7. And Weber thinking about 3. And D-Box uncovered with Stojakovic providing some interference down low. Stojakovic in this game 7, hitting his first offering in the second half. The winner of this game plays the Los Angeles Lakers. Sprewell at the other end.
And the foul. The middle, when you're playing uphill, Stojakovic misses a jumper that would cut it to 3. And this is what Sprewell has done in games 5 and 6. He has put his head down and he's attacked the front of that rim.
In this game, 7 advances. So far, leading scorer Sam Cassell. Timberwolves have never trailed. Christie for 3. And a couple of threes by the Kings. Cassell playing with the bad back. And Garnett held by Weber. No call made. Even D-Box gave a little bump. And still no call, but the MVP's got 11.
Kevin Garnett, watch how his ability to get up and extend. Look at the extension. And then on the way down, just 2 slashing in the open court, 1 in the half-court game. So he's gotten off to a good start here after a slow first half.
He may have had some nervous energy to begin the game as Garnett puts up a beauty inside. And Garnett with D-Box and Stojakovic there.
That's a mismatch there. Vlade is going to try to keep his body in front of him, but normally you get help, and that's what, that time Garnett spun away from the double team and was one-on-one with Vlade. That's a no contest.
It's Bibby, 2 of 7. Rejected by Kevin Garnett. Shot clock at 10. Christie, Bibby for 3. Good! And ahead it goes, and Christie will sail in. Garnett won't even try to get it.
Sam Cassell.
Minnesota high, 17 points. Miller over Maxey. Brad Miller, 2 of 3 with 5.
Number 1 and 3. And they're starting to make shots, and they put the pressure on Minnesota. Now here's another steal. They're going to cut this lead down to 3.
Christie.
I mean, he's just fumbling the ball out of bounds. He's so wound up.
Minnesota's turned it over 4 times in this quarter, and 11 times for the game. And Miller, half minutes, and taking the place of Anthony Peeler. A Peeler-esque defensive move by Buford, who knocks it away. The suspension by Peeler, so Buford plays, and Weber has just given the Sacramento Kings their first lead tonight. And Weber's put in 12, and the Kings up by 1.
Here to Minnesota, or do we stay at home and let Sacramento come to us?
It's Weber around Garnett. Over Cassell. Weber taps it to Garnett. Here comes Sam Cassell. Miller. Rebound by Mike Bibby as the Kings try to stop a Minnesota 6-0 run. Buford. That was a nice shot.
Now this guy can score. I mean, he was a big-time scorer at Creighton team.
With the point guard, Cassell, resting on the bench. High speed, Serbia to Garnett. Knocked away by Stojakovic on the steal against Christie. Garnett going back with Sprewell on defense. And Weber.
There's the turnovers.
For the Wolves and 12 for the Kings. Turnovers tonight. And Kevin Garnett.
Why not? Fell. That's a sign of fatigue. That's why that shot's not going in, contesting every shot. And his legs right now are moving.
Garnett again.
The rest of his team. It's like a shot of adrenaline. He goes up strong, back-to-back baskets, the jump hook, the great extension. Kevin McHale would be proud of that one. That's a Kevin McHale jump hook, and that's the guy who taught him. And Rick Adelman not happy.
For Garnett. Under 7 to play. Stojakovic, who sneaks in the paint with an easy basket.
That's the one thing. Moving without the basketball, one of the best in the leagues. He gets a little bump, and Garnett just cannot quite get there.
With another offensive rebound, his 4th offensive rebound tonight. Garnett.
Great pass.
Weber with a nice pass into Miller, and he got it to go.
Look what I found.
Miller has 9 points. No true point guard on the floor for the Timberwolves. Christie and Bibby comprise those 2 positions for Sacramento.
Well, he just crossed over and left Chris Webber standing in his wake. Nobody on the weak side to help. Kevin Garnett has taken over this game.
As an MVP should do.
Exactly right.
Good pass. Mike Bibby inside to Miller. Bibby has got a game-high 7 assists.
Kevin Garnett has played 41 minutes, the little finger roll. And then the crossover. This is a guy now who's 6 feet 13, he says. He's not 7'1". Crosses over, finishes at the basket. He has the last 10. Minnesota. This he's going to be the X-Factor. I mean, 28 points, 17 rebounds. Made the last 10 points from Minnesota. Taking his team on his shoulders like an MVP should. But he's going to need some help, Kevin. He's expending a lot of energy. Still over 4 minutes to go. The great crossover, the finish. The lob pass, the wonderful hands, the jump hook. We've seen the whole package. We've seen him on the floor with the jump shot. Double over dribbling.
Shot clock is down to 5. And Miller's got Garnett way outside. Oh, what a shot by Kevin Garnett!
Happy birthday.
How about this with just a couple seconds left on the shot clock?
Well, Sam Cassell dribbled out the whole clock. A line drive. That's one of those trolley wires.
Shot clock is at 4 for Sprewell. Rebound by Weber. Lead pass and fast break points to Christie.
See, Cassell got buried on the baseline. He's got to get back. That shot goes up. He's buried in the corner. Better take a timeout here. I think they've called an offensive foul on Sam Cassell, pushing off on Christie. Cassell has got to step away. He's had 2 technical fouls in the last 3 games. He cannot lose his cool now. But the shot is taken. Sam doesn't get back, and then he pushes off on Christie. How quickly these games change. 0.1 of a second on Fisher's shot. This game is on over. That clock winds down to 0-0.
Brad Miller. Mike Bibby for 3. And the Kings to within 4 with 1:40 to play in regulation. Weber. And Miller. And knocked away with another jump ball. Irvin Johnson with the defense.
See, just subtle little things. It looked like Brad Miller had a layup, and Irvin Johnson got beat off the dribble. And Garnett came over to help him, and then he came over to help Garnett. That's good team defense. And once again, a jump ball is important. You don't see that many jump balls in a game. Flip Saunders with the reaction. Oh, Brad Miller quick jumped him and stole that tip.
It's Bibby in the lane and scooping it to Weber. And missing from point-blank range. Oh, what a miss. That is a killer. And Christie's got the ball on a steal. And a foul on Sam Cassell.
I'm telling you, Sam is a big game player, but he's trying to do too much. With his back, he does not have the mobility. He's playing against a guy who's all-league defense. And you see Christie there with the long arms. He gets a turnover, and they call Sam jumping on the pile. Now, it's very important because make a decision as a coach. If we stop them, do we have enough time to score? Down, you need one of these to push it to a two-possession game.
17 of 23 from the line in the series.
Lakers, LA stole their team, so nothing much that they would love to do is to play them.
It's a miss, and it's a 4-point game. Bibby, Christie for three, and it's a 1-point game with under 17 seconds to play in a Minnesota timeout. Shot in 4 attempts tonight.
See, with the missed free throw, Bibby could attack right in the open court, and Hoiberg gets sucked in on that play. You got to stay at home with a three-point shooter. A 2 doesn't hurt you there. A 3 does. And now in this situation on the three-point shooter, watch what happens on penetration. He gives help. Look, he gets dragged into the lane. Now nobody guarding Christie, wide open. If you give up that 2, that doesn't hurt you nearly as bad. That 3 now changes this whole game.
Sacramento's got a timeout, a full. The Timberwolves have a 20. Cassell in the fourth quarter from the free throw line, 5 of 5.
If that's the play they're going to run.
Christie to top. Caught by Miller. Rejected by Garnett. Weber with a tie, and the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to the Western Conference Finals. Happy birthday, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin, I'll tell you how evenly balanced these two teams are. In the last 66 games that they've played going into tonight, they were 33 and 33 against each other. It goes down to a three-point shot by Weber to tie it. What a spectacular series. And look at KG. What a happy man. He and Latrell Sprewell.